yesterday. I think today as well, they should be able to handle business with no real problem.
Yeah, they really should.
I say that.
Yeah.
But I'm no longer entirely confident. That's like a 75% statement.
I still am, you know?
Okay.
I still believe. You brought up a funny point just before we got into this, because yesterday you gave me a Team Liquid quiz.
I did.
What teams have Liquid lost to? And it was like G2, Na'Vi, Vitality, all these top teams.
It was like the best teams in the world, our top 5 teams.
And now it's Wildcard.
And now you add Wildcard into the equation. But we're not going to be adding BESTIA into it.
Oh,
you know?
No. We will not be doing that, maybe. Team Liquid on the CT side, BESTIA on the T side. Plenty of utility here for BESTIA. Molotov for Thomason. Noxy has a plentiful of utility. And JKS is just watching in towards main. So just eyes on A. Sees utility coming in. Fountain mollied out. And JKS knows at least one player outside of A at the moment.
A very mid-centric defense from Liquid, so they can be pretty quick and reactive to both of the bomb sites. I think the hardest thing to figure out is when does Naf, who's playing solo at the B bomb site, if they end up going to that map, when does he get that information? Will it actually allow them to beat the rotation? Oh, Liquid know it's happening. Absolutely. They are completely aware of this pistol round. Naf with his dualies can't get anything done.
Wow. That's crazy that Naf goes down without a fight, and so Yekindar waiting at range. He can't really do much about this either. He can slow the plant, he can Molotov off the site, and the bomb is still a far way off. So Noxy's only coming now through B main. But Team Liquid down 2 players. BESTIA is still in a better position. Yeah, they're missing 2 players that could grab them information. So they're kind of rotating back to the A bomb site and now just realizing it is actually being planted over here. So unless Yekindar gets some opportunities that he absolutely nails, this pistol round should be done. This should be a pretty impossible retake for Liquid to get back into. And I imagine if someone goes down and they have the opportunity, it's back off and save the kit, save the armor. This is too far gone now, even on time, so they are going to just save what they've got. BESTIA with 2 brilliant entries, decent pistol round. All across the map, gets a little tour and finished on the B-bomb site. Naz looking to put pressure onto the saves. He actually gets rid of Yekindar. An extra player taken away in favor of BESTIA, so it is 1-0 for the T side. Yeah, that whole pistol round for Team Liquid is predicated on having some resistance at the bomb site, so the 3-man stack in middle can be able to get over in time and support you and be there and available, and it just doesn't work out for Team Liquid. So go down 0-1, and we'll see if they decide to force buy here in this round. Rifles and a MAC-10 being picked up for BESTIA to try and build upon the pistol victory. BESTIA, one of the Argentinian teams here in attendance. They've got Uruguayan in the form of Zoc as well. BESTIA defeated Nouns yesterday, lost 13-7 on Anubis to Complexity. Team Liquid would be hoping for a similar result for themselves today after seeing that result from Complexity. MAC-10 in the hands of Naz takes some steps towards the A bomb side. Not much to talk about for JKS at the moment. So USPs should just get melted away in a 2-0 start. Here's the full set piece. Nice and easy for BESTIA. All the utility dumped and deployed, and Liquid have nothing to fight back with. So yeah, it will indeed be a 2-0. Nice and simple, and Liquid not giving them a whole lot of chance for frags in this round as everyone backs away. Yesterday, Ultimate gave an interview with VHL TV, and I think it has got a little bit of a conversation going, because there was one of the statements he put into the interview was something about maybe his practice intensity has dropped off just a little bit individually when it comes into the Team Liquid roster. I don't know if you caught it yesterday, Jason. I did, and my opinion on this is, like, I don't make a big deal out of it. Obviously, it's a very, very bad quote in isolation. Yes. To read, but I attribute it more. Actually, Liquid does a pretty good job here at the end of the day of taking a lot of kills. I attribute it more to I think a lack of media experience. That's obviously a sentence that you should probably never utter. And maybe not being maybe, you know, English obviously is second language as well. So being able to put into words your thoughts on the matter is sometimes maybe doesn't come across as clearly as you want as well. So there's a few things in that. I mean, I think also, I mean, in his mind, it might even have just been like a kind of a throwaway kind of comment that he made. And I think too, it's an inexperienced player kind of probably having to go through the process of searching for reasons of why he's hitting this downturn in his performance. And, you know, I think it's just something he said that probably is a learning experience when he looks back and reflects. Yeah, probably got told, yeah, maybe don't say that. You know, maybe if they're going to run with that. Yeah. But he'll have learned now.
Because I mean, remember too, all the reports out of the Team Liquid camp of his first 5 months or so in this roster was hard worker, you know, he's doing everything he needs to do. Obviously was a very effective player in the early going. No complaints about work ethic or anything that I've even heard behind the scenes. So it felt very out of character from the little that I've learned about Ultimate as a player and a person.
Yeah, and so far in the Americas, RMR obviously 1-1 Team Liquid, but Ultimate even in the losing effort had a great performance. Finished 25-17 against KRÜ yesterday, 13-2 win where he was the top fragger, 1.83 rating. So he's had good performances so far in the Americas RMR, and you wouldn't imagine that is going to slow down anytime soon. But
well, for me, I'm hoping this America's RMR is a nice like confidence builder for him, right?
Sure.
Because when they qualify and get into the major, you need him at top shape. So I'm hoping he can have some games where he's getting his flow back a little bit. Same with Yakinder, another player where you want to see a really, really rough first game on Inferno that we saw yesterday in that loss to Wildcard. Another player where you'd like to see some of that confidence build up through this America's RMR that allows him to shine moving forward into the major itself.
And Yakinder is the man to kick off this round with the opening kill on Thomasin, a player that the desk has highlighted is one to watch for BESTIA. Won't have him here in the first gun round. Lukov has made his way out of the darkness to peek into the B-bomb side. Hasn't seen too much and is forced now behind utility. So Twist starting to activate out mid. Naz is already at the double doors. Twist isn't ready for this position, but they've actually traded position. So he now is ready for that. He tracks into the smoke. He knows there's a possibility. He's going to clear it.
Dang.
And Twist is going to check for Naz. He got his scent.
Yeah, really nice heads up from Twist as that smoke clears. Yakinder hiding inside the bomb site can bide his time, can lure them closer. He's got teammates to take some attention away. Here's the peek. Yakinder's got one, and now there's nothing to do. 1v3. Gotta clear out the bomb site. Wow. It's Yakinder again.
Yeah, great round from Yakinder. First gun round, 3 kills. Started off towards A main, just gradually dropped back into the bomb site and plays his position at cake perfectly for the final 2. No bomb plant for BESTIA. Puts him in a weird position economically. Probably going to have to go for the force here. You can get an AK out on a couple of players. Tech9's on the rest. And I think Yakinder, great talking point you raised earlier. It's just, I think he has been catching a lot of criticism in the team, and I don't think it's been necessarily fully unwarranted.
Yeah, no, it's rightfully so, and I'm someone who's been on kind of the train of like Yakinder is going to come back and get into shape, and it's just taken longer than I actually ever expected it to. And as I said, I think this major in this tournament is like going to be like the big indication and the big read of whether this Liquid roster can continue moving forward as constituted. I think when I watch Yakinder, I think what I see is I'm not so much worried about like seeing some missed shots. It just feels like when I'm watching him make decisions, he doesn't have a whole lot of comfort in the decisions that he's making. It's almost like he's split between two minds of what he's supposed to do. So I think he's really struggling to find comfort within his game at the moment. And that's limiting how much impact he can have as an individual.
There were moments yesterday, JKS looked incredibly comfortable, and he's going to be one of the players tested over towards the safe bomb site. So nice boost up on the table, but they fell off of it. And JKS isn't exposed anyway.
Yeah, but that's a perfect shot with that boost up for like a little jiggle peek from JKS, which you know he's going to be doing from time to time. So there is an element of danger, and here comes the ult peeking in. Oh, excuse me, the scout, and just drills it. He takes a dink, but nails the head of JKS in return.
Yeah, Twist is waiting though, still in heaven. Still could be a problem because they're distracted about the camera fights, and so Twist snaps their heads off. And it's just Zoc alongside Naz, and oh, Twist is going to spot one. Zoc is covered off at camera. And this force buy does not work out for BESTIA, so down to the full eco. Should now be Team Liquid taking the lead 3-2. And as soon as the guns have come out, I mean, you are getting the expected result, which is Team Liquid looking like the better squad. Best chances to get going were off the back of the pistol for BESTIA, and they didn't win the first gun round. Now they're going to have to deal with the uphill battle for the rest of this half, it feels like.
Right, now if you're BESTIA, you have to grind this economy down, and you have to imagine at some point soon, you know, as soon as someone goes down, maybe in this, if someone on Liquid dies, you imagine Ultimate drops the AK-47, picks up an AWP, and then you have a whole new angle to the defense that BESTIA is going to have to worry about. So we'll see what they can do. Good information from Yakinder with that quick peek, and all the footsteps are going to let him know and confirm the rush is coming.
Oh, well, it is stopped by Yakinder and Naf perfectly. So deal with that eco, 3-2 scoreline for Team Liquid. We'll get the buyback for BESTIA. And no AWP will be spotted, so AKs across all 5 here for BESTIA.
Probably a Khalil on Naz, you'd imagine, as well with 3,400 in the bank. Ooh, he's gone for it. He'd already had armor. 3-2.
Let's just go into the default spread for BESTIA. Not the only game on at the moment. Of course, you're currently watching the A stream. But there are
three games
on. Yeah, Jay. So we got FlyQuest versus Drillers over in the Asia RMR. Currently, FlyQuest leading that series. You got Pain versus Imperial going down as well. So
that was the sleeper banger of the B stream as well from the desk this morning.
Yeah, that feels like it's going to be a good game, and it looks like it's got off to a relatively close start. That action is with Jackie and Vince.
All right, very calm and patient round from BESTIA. Now just a little bit of utility chucked into the B bomb site. Counter flash as Yakinder wants to see what's happening in A main. And Thomasin, ooh, he does decide to step in front of the smoke. So as it plumes, he had a chance. But all that attention is negated. And now back to the B bomb site. BESTIA is going to try and pull this off with a bit of pacing. A bit of pacing, and Ultimate can only do one. Oh, there goes Twist, but Naf is still here.
Bomb plant going down now. Grenade lands right on Zoc, and the bomb plant just about secure, but Naf makes sure the planter cannot flee. But Naf goes down immediately after, and Thomasin and Noxy now looking to close out a third round win here for BESTIA. But off the back of the platform, that's such an important fight, but you can see the sharpness of Thomasin. A great shot under JKS, and it's suddenly only Yakinder, who has no kit nor any utility on his back. The problem with the kit has been picked up. He's got one on his back again as he walked through the temple, but the time is still ticking on. And Yakinder is now closer to the site and being watched. That exit is covered off. Thomasin would need to go down immediately, and that's certainly there, but Yakinder does not have the time any longer to get the round win. So he'll flee, he'll drop back onto the beach, and BESTIA able to tie up the game 3-3.
Yeah, he used his smoke over at the A bomb site when that initial thrust was coming in from BESTIA, that initial fake of utility. And if he had that smoke in this situation, maybe he goes for the desperate defuse inside of it, but not enough resources in the 1v1. So good round from BESTIA. Well done from Thomasin. It's a nice kill on the planter from Naf, but you could see the amount of which he had to overextend to find that frag. It just left him way too exposed to get anything done. And now you have the op-out from Ultimate, so let's see how that changes this defense. Oh.
Here comes Lukov. He's coming in fast. Look at this. Straight in with a MAC-10. Naf making sure that he's slowed down. And Naf! Okay, Naf off the back of the platform with a triple. And Yakinder is there right with him. This attack is stopped at the hands of the Canadian. And they see enough of him, but Ultimate makes sure that his teammate will not fall. Team Liquid with 4.
There we go. The fast-paced play from BESTIA trying to do the uppercut and catch Liquid off guard. It almost worked, but you can see no one's in a position to trade off that MAC-10. Everyone's gotten up, but they see no defenders. Perfect positioning from Naf to be safe to so many different angles, and he wreaks havoc.
Timeout taken for BESTIA, not happy about how that fast play worked out for them. And now they're thrown into a bit of a disarray when it comes to the economy. And maybe we get a couple of Tech 9s sprinkled in here and there, but not looking too good for them. Huge haul from Naf. He made that look way too easy, didn't he?
Yeah, it was pretty casual.
Yeah.
It was pretty relaxed.
Triple kill from the back platform, one magazine.
Yeah, spacing got a little bit rough. Well, I mean, first guy goes right towards Pillar with the MAC-10 to take some attention. Second guy goes left towards Jail, and that can have impact. But Yakinder never in the bomb site, playing far, far back, and Naf just never exposed anyone.
So this is the buy they've gone with. So Hero AK for Lutrov and nothing else really around it. So let's see what Lutrov can do. One of the players that was highlighted also by Maui before this game started.
Hey, Naf's going to get a little bit more love. Both
just
playing,
feed the beast.
Both playing in dark though. Ooh, yeah, you got to back away from that. Good flashbang. No defense here, so BESTIA has to expect that there is going to be the dark play, defense, 2 players huddled up here, but it's going to be a retake scenario for Liquid. Only one AK-47.
Dude, a bomb plant out of this situation is huge already for BESTIA. Not expected to get too much more done, but slip it in with a bomb plant, that's huge. And if this AK can get some damage done, that's the main goal accomplished. But that AK now spotted, brought down low by Naf, who takes a dink on board. He's lost half of his health in the engagement. Noxy trying to get the AK, but Twist had him covered. And Thomas in now. Best he can hope for is a kill, and he doesn't get it. So no kills, but a bomb plant secure for BESTIA. At least they can leave with something.
Yeah, nice quad kill from Twist, just mopping things up. Not a whole lot of damage dished out by BESTIA in this round. Just Naf taking that dink, but all good. 5-3. They get to build some money, grow the economy, and that's the problem for BESTIA. Is even if you win one, there's another buy or two behind it for Team Liquid. So you've got a really tough task to take that money away, and another timeout going to be called.
You wanted to get these in early. They know how paramount it is to have a good T-side, good first half against Team Liquid. Obviously, yesterday, Twist didn't have the greatest day, not being able to perform individually, but also not getting his team across the line in a game where they're up 9-3.
And not being able to eat his vegetables.
And no vegetables. No vegetables. Mouse was having some problems. A lot of issues on day one.
Yeah, rough day for Twist. I mean, serious talk. That Inferno game was like, you know, I understand his mouse made him feel a little bit uncomfortable, but he's also catching every single flashbang in middle on those wildcard executes.
But you can't turn from those flashes when the mouse is
exactly.
broken, can you, Jason?
That might have been the problem. I mean, down the stretch of that, Stanislaus certainly out-called him on that T side to make the comeback happen for Wildcard. So that was cool to see. But Liquid coming back strong in the second match yesterday, and now here against BESTIA, looking good in the first 8 rounds.
Yeah, leading the way. Yikindar back at A. He's aggressive. Ooh, nearly. A great transfer out towards stairs. Did have his crosshair in the right place, just couldn't finish off the kill. So 1 for 1 off the aggressive maneuver from Yikindar. JKS has to plug the gap, so he's going to throw the utility down and try and slow BESTIA down.
They've been able to get BESTIA a lot of space towards dark out of canals a couple of times. I've seen Lukov able to kind of jiggle peek into the bomb site itself. And that might be, you know, some success they've had in the previous rounds that they want to go back to here.
Ultimate. This could be where he starts to shine. AWP going aggressive into the dark peak, waiting for a second. Okay, Ultimate. Second kill's beautiful. He's committed into dark, but he's not the only player here. He's got Naf. He's got that rifle support, and they're coming for the AWP, but it's a team play from Ultimate and Naf to crush the attack of BESTIA.
Yeah, nicely done from Ultimate, using that Molotov to give him some space and safety to swing into those fights, and catches a perfect timing. BESTIA's got utility in hand as he takes his first peek. I think the tough part is, as we kind of alluded to with the economy, the wins for Team Liquid are so dominant. You know, like they're not on the rounds they're winning. They're keeping a lot of players alive.
Yeah, it's true. No, look at the money. I think that tells the full story. Get 10.5K on Twist. Nearly $10,000 in Ultimate and JKS. Yeah, they got money for a lot of buys, and this is the last timeout being used for BESTIA.
Yeah, which just goes to show how desperate they feel at the moment, feeling like they need way more rounds, or maybe the coach is just sitting there and he's like, okay, environment of the team is pretty dog right now. Like, we need to get some energy in here. Yeah. We need to get somebody who feels like we can actually bring this back. This match is still very much in their hands. They can still come back and salvage a couple rounds and go into the second half with an opportunity. That's the thing. That's why these timeouts are being burned, right? Is like you know you cannot let these last 3 rounds entirely slip away.
You don't have to rely on your CT side to do most of your heavy lifting, so let's see what BESTIA can muster in these last 3 rounds here.
I think part of the issue tactically at the moment is, we'll hold the phone, we can get into that after this round, because this hit's going to be coming in right about meow.
Meow. Here we go. It's going to be Naf all the way back. Dealing out the headshot. Thomas in, gone. It's going to be a little bit of a frustrating game for him, but the Tech-9s have penetrated the site, but they have not really found too much success, despite getting damage on towards Ultimate. As soon as they try and get over to the bomb site, fire tickles their feet. Here comes Luchov. Oh god, that's not a smoke you want to replicate, but it doesn't really matter because it's faded away, and Yikindar now just gets the kill off the platform instead. Noxy gonna knock a few out, and ends up just going down. So not a single kill for BESTIA. You mentioned players not dying in Team Liquid when they're winning these rounds, and that is just continuing.
I think tactically this half is getting away from Bestia a little bit, is what I was going to allude to before that hit came in. Is we haven't really seen the middle portion of the map pressured whatsoever, so I think Liquid's super content at the moment to, like, you know, the bomb sites are both shored up.
I don't think we've necessarily even seen them get in towards A. Like, it's been tough to get
tried it a little bit early on, right? And
Yeah.
then I think a couple rounds of aggression from Yakinder to take out that A lurk have kind of taken away the A bomb site as a mid or late round option for Bestia. But I think overall, it feels like as this half has gone on, they've gotten more and more tunnel visioned on the B bomb site.
Well, if Ultimate stays committed to this, it does feel like he's going to die. If he doesn't just nip behind that corner, which he does very well. There's no peek coming in from Noxy. So now he's lost the angle. So we can't re-peek into that. That A fight, again, goes the way of Team Liquid.
JKS is like, I finally get a chance for a second kill. I'm going to deliver. He hasn't had a whole lot of attention his way throughout this half.
No, he's like the backup plan when Yakinder's aggression maybe doesn't work out, but it's just been working out over and over again. Naf now getting aggressive down into the canal. It's going to close off Lushov, and it's one-sided as hell, man.
Yeah, Liquid they're feeling supremely confident, and now they're just like, you know what? We're not going to let him have anything for free. We're going to take peeks. We're not going to let him progress whatsoever. And that looked like a round being set up for Bestia, where maybe with the cover of the AWP, they did want to try and challenge middle. I think outside of maybe this round, only one I can really think of is that little, like, kind of lurk in the door smoke that Twist was able to find out. That was back in, like, round 4 or 5.
I think this comes back to what you were saying earlier in the first game of the day. These 1-1 matchups when the favorite loses in their opening game, you just have these mismatches in the 1-1 games.
Yeah, and then Bestia's just like, come on.
How have we got Liquid? Yeah, this is a spanking. And it's not the good kind at all. Naz is just running with that MAC-10.
I think it's, what, 1 gun round victory for Bestia. They won the pistol the second round, and it hasn't really been a whole lot positive after that.
Yeah, well, Twist is turning. Well, actually, this is positive. They've made some space. They made some headway in towards the A bomb side. Twist has gone down looking a little uncomfortable with a flash in his face. And so for the first time in a long time, Team Liquid have to fight for a round win. At 3v4, they have got a retake, so just waiting. Naf needs to get closer if they are going to pull this one off.
Well, there's utility on Ultimate and Yakinder as well. Molotovs to force some players out of positions. Oh, you don't want to get too aggressive here with the MAC-10. You find a good timing, though. Yakinder, hey, there's so much pressure. And that's nice aggression from Bestia, saying we're not going to let them set up for the retake, not going to give them time, not going to allow this flank to come in. And they've got a fourth at the very least, so some breathing room for the second half, but not much.
I guess it's something to work with, but yeah, they need a pistol round. They need a really good, strong start going into the second half. I think it was just worrying how convincing the round wins were for Team Liquid. Look at the scoreboard. That you could just see how many times there was rounds where Liquid either lose one or nobody.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I think, too, just look at Naf's scoreline, 16-5. Like, they went to the B-bomb site quite a bit against him, and he was feasting.
1 minute break in halftime, so we can have a quick chat, but ahead of the pistol round. Chances for the coaches to have their input. I think that's important for Bestia as well, because now remember they have used up all of their timeouts. And unless they put Liquid in a position where they feel like they have to call theirs, then they won't have the chance to have a conversation.
Yeah, that is the tough part. The timeout's being gone. If they're going to make any kind of a comeback or it's getting close down the stretch, no ability to pause or kind of readjust or allow the coach to have impact. So, I mean, look, at least you got them that fourth round at the end with the timeouts. I think you would have liked a little bit more production out of those, but the benefit of the pistol round and having 4 now makes it doable. But you can just tell throughout that half that Liquid is on another level, both individually and tactically.
Quick here from Twists, all the way through middle. Just charging his way right in towards Zoc. It's going to be Thomas in with a big swing out. JKS making sure that it's a 1-for-1. Make it 2-for-1. Twist follows up through camera, and it's crumbling here for Bestia. Naz will do what he can, but it's not going to be enough as Naf just holds on that final B play forward. 9-4. Team Liquid with a strong pistol. That came out real fast.
Yeah, brute force, bullying their way in, trading their way in. Really well done from Liquid. Good shooting with the Glocks and those dualies not having the impact that Bestia would have liked. So 5-round deficit, and without that pistol round, I feel like Bestia doesn't have a whole lot of win conditions now.
Well, I think the likes of Wildcard and 9Z are probably getting ready to get their matchup underway. So the best of 3 coming at you very soon. Force for Bestia. I see a lot rides on this. Lose the force buy, down to the eco, 11 rounds for Team Liquid. Game feels over. So let's see what they can do with it. Luchov holding with the D-Eagle. He's got eyes on Dark. Kindar eventually will round that corner with a Mac-10. But not anytime soon with that smoke going down.
Yeah, plenty of time to be patient. Liquid obviously approaching this as a full gun round, knowing that Bestia have to go for the force buy. It'll turn into a B split. JKS still far back, looking towards window and middle to look for aggression, looking for someone peeking the A bomb site. Now a little bit of information for Luchov.
Eagle goes into the open, body shots, but not enough to bring Kindar down. He stands strong. Twist coming in too. Look at this push through the water. JKS eventually turns just in the nick of time and takes out 2. So Tomazin with the Deagle left alone at Ivy. It's going to be a 10th round for Team Liquid. And not only does this force buy not work, but it doesn't even get a single kill. So it's a 10th round for Liquid, picked up in convincing fashion.
Yeah, the patience of Team Liquid. I think Bestia was like forced to be aggressive. They were running out of utility.
Yeah.
Well then, okay.
That does feel like the map almost. You got one gun round out of Bestia, but
it does indeed, yeah.
Anyway, that best of 3 coming up soon. It's going to be Wildcard 9Z for a spot at the Major. One of those teams is confirmed to spot, Jason. That's going to be wild.
Who was I saw the interview. Who was it that said it was one of the North American players who was like, he's like, I think it's very doable that all 4 North American teams can actually qualify for the Major. Now the level we saw at a boss to start the day is
that's maybe throwing that into question.
That was an interview that was given after yesterday's games where it did seem like that was going to be possible. Today it seems a little bit further out of reach, but
it's quite easy to get baited in on day 1 of an RMR, isn't it? It's a, like you said, I think you were giving us a nice reality check yesterday, Jason. It's like the format, sure, allows a lot of upsets to happen, but it's also very forgiving for the favorite teams with a high seed.
Yeah. You just have so many teams going through the Americas, where in the previous RMRs it's been like pretty limited, but there's just so many more now that get a qualify.
You more have to, when you're coming into the RMRs, you have to think sort of long term rather than these short term results. Bestia, not a whole lot to play with in this round, so this is where that 11th round is almost guaranteed to be locked in by Team Liquid. And you'll get one last hurrah. You'll get one bye in the next. That's got to be bloody perfect.
You can see the difference when Liquid know they're going up against, you know, unarmored opponents. Kinder gets put down.
Annihilated.
Nice and quick, but this is a very aggressive round where Liquid's just like, we know we have all the advantages in the world. We know you can't invest a whole lot because you need to save it for the gun round. So we're just going to get in and get this one done with and get you towards that gun round. 11-4, this scoreline as Liquid control the B-bomb site.
Expected results, really, but it's great to see Team Liquid bouncing back against the teams that they should be beating, right? Yesterday against KRÜ, only dropping 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Looking like they're only going to drop 4 rounds here to Bestia. So, it's nice to see them come back with this kind of form. You don't get worried about them. Nice little steal away right at the end.
Great find. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nicely done from JKS. Don't let him have anything.
Yeah, no mercy.
Yeah. Op is out. For Bestia, M4's around it. It's going to be Glass Cannon.
You just want to have it at least once on the CT side.
Yeah, right.
This is your chance, so run with it.
Everyone from Liquid in double digits. JKS had that really quiet first half, didn't get a whole lot of love. He's popped off to start the second.
That CT op is positioned at jail, looking into B main. Or actually, it's just further back in the obelisk. So there's an angle here for Noxy to work with, and no one's getting too aggressive just yet. But eventually, this pack of 3 players is about to move into his crosshair, and he'll have an opportunity.
Problem is, he's going to get smoked off, blinded, maybe Molotov, spammed through the smoke. There's not going to be a whole lot of opportunities once the utility's deployed for Liquid for this op to have impact. Or are they going to dry peek him?
It looks like they're going to go dry, Jason. There we go. Somehow, some way, he gets away with a dry peek, but he goes into the open again, and Ultimate's ready to punish that. So that's the AWP gone here for Bestia. Oh, shot lands. Not enough damage to bring down Luchov. So the utility going in instead. Ultimate actually got away with that wallbang back. Twist in middle, removing Zock's life, and it is just Thomasin and Naz left alone. Both over towards B.
Oh, don't leave the AWP there, bro.
Just leave it right in the open.
Yeah,
the poison chalice.
He's traded that for a Galil. It's like a little, yeah, it's tempting. He's like, come get that AWP. I want it. I want you guys to come have it.
And it's all cleaned up. It doesn't really matter. They can grab that ult back right now, and they have. Naf will pick it up. 12 rounds to 4. Team Liquid map point.
I thought he was switching out to like get aggressive. He like dropped it and ran away.
He's like, you just have that right there.
Naf's like, what are you doing, bro?
We've got a referee in this room and an official in the other room. The referee looks cooler.
I wonder what the difference is.
Well, one has a cool jacket, and the other guy just has a black T-shirt.
Right, there is that. Do they fulfill different roles?
The official and the referee. That is the real battle here on the server.
Looks like there might be a referee and an official.
Ooh, tag teaming.
Maybe there's a referee in there, and the official is just there to keep an eye on Twist Mouse.
Yeah, or the vegetables.
Yeah, he's delivering the food.
Hey, Twist, got a fresh delivery of vegetables for you.
8-round lead, 8 chances for Team Liquid to close this out, go 2-1 in the Swiss system, and start thinking about the best of 3s that are coming up to qualify for the Major. M4 and 4 MP9s for Bestia on defense.
Yekindar waiting for this B aggression. He's not alone. He's got Naf with him. Yekindar gets one. Oh, Naf! Blinded. And eventually doing enough damage to force Naz back around the corner. I say enough damage, but it seemed a lot more deadly than it was. Only 9 HP through the tops of the bricks. And here comes an aggressive maneuver, but look who's waiting for it. Ultimate light shot goes to the deagle and lands damage on both players, but neither of them falling. Now it's Naf's turn. Surely he smells blood in the water with that Molotov coming in, realizing they're going to be forced closer to his crosshair.
That's a lot of information. I'm keeping my eye on JKS on the minimap, waiting for that A main smoke to clear.
Oh, Naf.
Yeah, he's got a freebie.
There you go. Hello. Hello. And goodbye. He was waiting for a second, but there was no second player.
And the defense off that push was starting to shift over to the A bomb site, which is going to be the finishing move from Team Liquid. But now with Naf killing them and throwing out utility, Molotov towards Temple, smoked across into the bomb site, Bestia is getting pulled to the other side of the map. So Naf likely to go down to this flank. Although with the MP9, it could be very tough to hit this shot. This is all perfect. I mean, look at how much attention he's taking. So a retake that Bestia has to go for in a 3v3. There's no kits. Excuse me, there's one on Zock. There's a little bit of utility. But they're scrambling to get over to the right side of the map.
JKS.
Oh, nice flash.
Oh, really good flash. JKS put into storage. Ultimate. Oh, God. Deagle. It's good, and it'll close it. 13-4. Team Liquid bounce back on day 2. A strong win over Bestia. Not a beastly performance coming in from the Argentines and Uruguayan. And we have, of course, the wonderful panel of Sam, Blah, and Maui.
Oh, thank you, Dinko. I love that all is right in the Americas.